So I say this because I want to express my own frustration that YouTube, at least outwardly from an optics perspective, YouTube doesn't do enough to make their community feel like they're prioritized. And I know that the people at YouTube know this, but their monopoly on this space is not forever. It is vulnerable. Someone else could come along and do what you're doing and do a better job of it. And every time something like this takes place that upsets the community, it jeopardizes the loyalty that the community has with the platform.
Hello, and today I'm going to pick up on what the end of the video on Casey Neistat yesterday, talking about YouTube and loyalty to YouTube and the fact that there is no other alternative to YouTube. So if you're a creator and you want to get your videos out there for the general public, there isn't really much choice at the moment. And this is quite true, because even with the alternative that there is, there's a Vimeo, which is a very, very similar setup. You can't really do very much with it because you have to pay for it. I know it's probably for people really that have a budget that can afford to pay, so maybe the bigger creators can afford to pay monthly in order to get a good service from it. Some of the things on it are quite good, such as the ability to upload your video, and then if you want to update that video, you can actually update the video without having to upload another video and then delete the original. In this way, then you keep your views and your subs and your stats. So I think that's a really good idea, and also there are other aspects to the platform that are really good. The basic membership, which is obviously called Vimeo Basic, is obviously free of charge. However, you can't really do a lot, and as I found out the other day, I tried to upload a second video to it, and it came up with a message saying that I was out of bandwidth. I've got one video that I uploaded a while back, and my second video would not upload. So for me, Vimeo is not much good, because I would have to pay. And I know it's £5 a month, it's £14 a month, or if you can afford it, it's £40 a month. And for that sort of thing, you get the whole thing is really good. Who can afford £40 a month when you're starting out as a creator? I mean, this is more for people that have already got a large audience. So just talking about that, then there is no real alternative to YouTube, and certainly they're not helping keep people like me, because just the other day I used copyright free and royalty free music in my video from a YouTube download site. Basically, I put the music in my video, uploaded it to YouTube, and immediately it got a monetization copyright error from somebody that wasn't even the owner of the music. And this has been going on for 3 or 4 days now. I put in a complaint about it. The fact is that they aren't the official copyright owner anyway, but it is copyright and royalty free, so therefore there should be no problem about using it. Just to say, it's not just me, there are other people who are having very similar problems with the same piece of music, so there is a problem there. But YouTube are not helping by not doing something about this problem. And if you watch this video up here, you'll see that I highlighted it ages ago. Okay, so the other thing that I want to address today is it's a great learning experience, and I've learnt this week I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes, and I want to first of all thank people for their support over the problem I had with my video when I went to see one of my subs in hospital, and you can watch that here I went to see him and I accidentally left in one of the other people in the ward, and I had a furore of nasty comments about it, and it went on for a few days, and I was really upset about it, because no way on this earth was that deliberate. As I found out, the very kind comments from some of you have said that you would probably have done the same thing by mistake. So, you know, it shows that I didn't do it on purpose, and I'm a normal human being and I do make mistakes. However, one thing that I want to highlight is when I make a mistake, I correct it and I learn from it. There are lots of people that make mistakes and then carry on making the same mistake over and over again. Now, what I'm referring to now is I've obviously didn't do it deliberately. However, I do have mitigating circumstances in the fact that I asked my Thai wife and all of her Thai family have seen my videos. In fact, they're in them. Not one of them has expressed a concern over this particular item that I want to talk about. Now, obviously, it could be that they are being polite and they don't want to offend me and they haven't said anything. But I want to clarify that there was no intentional offence being made, because I like to consider myself as a Buddhist, or I try to be as Buddhist as I can without going the full hog of being too religious in that sense. So following the Buddhist practices that they have. But what I'm referring to is my title sequence. When you look at the actual words, you'll see that "Oh my Buddha" is an expression very similar to "Oh my God," for example. I know you can't really equate the two. However, people that are in Thailand and they speak English, Thai English, I have heard them say "Oh my Buddha." So I have heard this expression, and in fact, the idea of having "Oh my Buddha" as a sort of a way of introducing my production was inspired by a TV program I was watching, 90-Day Visa, and on there was a Thai lady who was part of the program, and every episode she said, "Oh my Buddha, oh my Buddha," and it was said in a very amusing way.
My heart is racing. The build up to this has been for so long.
Don't cry. I am Bajali Bunma. I'm from Thailand and I'm 25 years old. Bajali Bunma is hard to call, so we call me Nun.
I miss you so much, man. Sorry.
I want to go out now to see the city.
This is me, baby.
Okay.
What's your name, baby?
My name is Nun. Can I take a picture? Okay, thank you. Oh my Buddha.
I am fully aware that there are laws and there are sort of respect things about the image of the Buddha. Now, as you can see from my house, I have a Buddha shrine. I have other Buddhist type paraphernalia. I even have from the Wat Nong Weng. I have a banner there. I also have the Chinese Buddhas before I became involved with the Thai lady and understanding about the real Buddha. I actually had the Chinese Buddhas, and I've got lots of them. I have also got an image of the Buddha over my bed, protecting me from the evil spirits when I'm sleeping. And I have two Buddhas. I have a Chinese Buddha and I have a normal Buddha on my hallway, and what they do is they face the doorway, so the front door is behind me, and they're actually protecting the house from the evil spirits coming in. So you can see that I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Buddhist way or the image of the Buddha, but I have used the photograph in part of the title sequences. Now, nobody in a year has mentioned this to me about being a problem. Obviously, I've spoken to my wife about it, and there's also all of the family. So you can appreciate that up until now, it's not been much of a problem for people or myself. But as a real sign that I really respect, I'm going to remove title sequences from now on. Unfortunately, there's going to be a delay in that because I actually have an upload schedule to the end of April, and there's no way that I could possibly remove all of those videos, then render them again and then upload them back up. There's no way that I would have time for that. So what I'm going to say to you that I will guarantee that from today, any new upload will have the title sequences removed from them. So I'm going to make that promise now, and I will apologise if any of my Thai friends who have watched this have been offended by it. It wasn't deliberate. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.